Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to a favorites video. It has been a while since I have shot a favorites video. Life's been crazy. I'm preparing for a baby. I'm working 40 hours a week still. Doing a lot right now. That coupled with I haven't really been wearing makeup for like a year and a half. I mean, I put on makeup to film YouTube videos and go on dates with my husband, and that's about it. I don't really wear makeup in my day-to-day life. That is something I would like to change. However, right now I work early shifts in the morning. I work like 5 a.m. every single morning. So, you know, like I'm not gonna wake up any sooner to put on makeup to go to work. It's not gonna happen. So for a while I felt like I didn't have a lot of favorites, you know, so I've been accumulating a list of like life favorites in my phone, and I finally feel like I have enough to share with you guys what I have been loving lately. I'm gonna start out with what is sitting right next to me, and that is Curious by Britney Spears, the OG celebrity perfume. I bought this after like all the Britney mania happened. I forgot, I used to be obsessed with Curious by Britney Spears when I was younger. Hi. But I could never afford the full size of this perfume. I like lived off of those little samples that you would get at the mall. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm an adult. I can buy the full size now. So I found this on like fragrance.com, I think, for like $25 for the full size. It was pretty inexpensive. It doesn't have the little like pink charms on it. I remember that from back in the day, but whatever, it was a bargain, so I guess I'll take it. But I'm still obsessed with this scent. This has kind of been like the scent of my pregnancy. I love having like a signature scent that will remind me of this time now that I'm not throwing up on everything I smell. It's been great. I really enjoy having this back in my life. It's definitely a favorite of mine. My new beauty room is absolutely a favorite of mine. I know it probably looks the exact same to you on camera right now. That's kind of the point, but it's massive. It is our bonus room in the house, and we didn't know what to do with it from the time we moved in February. It's been empty, but now that the upstairs bedroom is now the baby nursery, this is now my beauty room, and I love the space. There's so much natural daylight in here. It's just like such a more creative vibe. I don't know if you're that kind of person or not, but I am. Like, I can feel more creative energy in this room. Like, I want to do more things in here, and I think a lot of that has to do with just how much sunlight this room gets. It gets a ton of natural light, and so it's very conducive to creativity for me. I love it. I'm obsessed with this room now that everything is moved in here and organized the way I want it. My kitty loves it as well. Riff Raff loves hanging out in this room and bathing in the sunshine, so we both really love this room. It's definitely a favorite of mine. I put napping on the list as one of my favorites, and I gotta tell you, napping is definitely a favorite of mine. Napping has been a big part of my life forever. If you're new to my world, hello, welcome. I'm an insomniac. I've had insomnia my entire life. It's not like a cute, like quirky thing. It's a real sleeping disorder. It's a real problem, honestly. Been an insomniac my entire life, like literally as far back as I can remember. Some of my earliest childhood memories are not being able to sleep at night and playing all throughout the night. So napping has always been a big part of my life. But even more so since I got pregnant, napping has been a crucial part of my daily routine. Like I said, I'm working every day from like 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. So that afternoon nap is like a necessity for me, especially because I'm not drinking caffeine. I occasionally will have caffeine on my weekends when I have things to do throughout the day, and I got a full night's rest the night before. I will occasionally treat myself to a little caffeine during the day. However, that's not something I carry over into the week. I'm not having caffeine during the week. That's not because I'm pregnant, that's just how I am. Napping has definitely been a big part of my life. So napping's totally a favorite of mine. I have a nail polish favorite that will come as no surprise to you if you follow me on Instagram. I'm always talking about this brand, and that is Holo Taco. I've talked about them before, I believe in favorites videos before, because they're just such a staple in my life. Holo Taco is Christine of Simply Nailogical's brand here on YouTube. She's the one who's pretty much infamous for creating the polish Polish Mountain / 100 Layers challenge. But her nail polish brand is second to none. It is so amazing. It is on the pricier side for nail polish. It is falling into that kind of like designer nail polish price tag category, getting up to around $14 per bottle, but in my opinion, it's so worth it. Holo nail polish specifically is always going to come with a higher price tag. You know, the lowest I think I've seen it MSRP is like $10, but when you're getting such good quality, I don't have a problem paying a little bit of a higher price tag for something that is just so much better performance wise. If you follow me on Instagram, I do have a nail highlight on my page. You can see a lot of different shades that I have worn from her. I'm pretty much always wearing Holo Taco. I'm kind of exclusive to it, but I just wanted to shout out a couple of my favorites that are still available for purchase. There are some limited edition releases that are absolutely my favorite, but no longer available, sadly. So these are the ones that are my favorites that are still available for purchase. This one is the Flaky Holo Taco. It is little flakes of of holo. It's flaky holo. It's exactly what it sounds like. This is the linear Holo Taco. This will turn any nail polish that you put it on top of holo. Just in case you don't know, holo stands for holographic. That's all that means. This is from the Pastel Holo line. It is called Pink Fizz. This has such a strong rainbow flashback to it. The shift on this is incredible and so strong. I love it. And this is from the Rainbow Holo Taco collection, and it is Blue Freeze. I love this color. It is a true blue holo magical wonderful universe. Like I said, those are just a couple of my favorites. I own a ton of them. I own a lot of Holo Taco. It's quite the collection, but I can vouch for all of their formulas, their base coats, their top coats, their cremes, their holos, their everything. I've tried every formula at this point. I've never been disappointed. If you find that they're a little too thick for your taste, I would strongly recommend buying a nail polish thinner, one specifically without acetone in it, and using a couple of drops to thin out the formula that way. Next favorite of mine is a grocery store. I know, random. Who am I? I believe this might, no, actually I think they have these in other countries as well, but my favorite grocery store as of lately is Aldi. When I lived in Baton Rouge, there was no Aldi to be found. They were nowhere. I think the closest Aldi to us was in Lafayette. But when I lived in Conroe, Texas, there was definitely Aldi's. When I lived in Austin, there was Aldi's, although we didn't utilize them because we also had HEB. But now that we're living in Cincinnati, there's a lot of Aldi's close to us, so I've definitely integrated Aldi back into my life, and I just have to say their prices are insane. Their prices are so consistently low and beat out every single other grocery store in the area. So I'm really trying to get pretty much all my groceries at Aldi's these days. Like as many things as I can get at Aldi, I will go to Aldi for. So if you're on a strict budget, or even if you're not on a strict budget, you know, it's just smarter to shop wiser, right? I'm still trying to familiarize myself with it. I have started following a couple of Aldi accounts on Instagram, and that does help me out. If you don't know where to begin, I would recommend following some kind of Aldi fan page Instagram. They have kind of a cult following, same way Trader Joe's does. No, the companies are not affiliated anymore, you guys. They used to be affiliated way back in the day, but they are no longer related. They are not the same company. They're no longer owned by the same people. That's not how it is anymore. Times have changed. And I definitely think that's reflected in Aldi's prices. Aldi's prices, amazing. Cannot vouch enough. Root beer is another massive favorite of mine. I have to talk about root beer, specifically McDonald's root beer. So I just learned something in my 29 years of life I never knew, which is McDonald's actually does have different soda than any other fast food restaurant, because I've gotten root beer at Cane's, I've gotten root beer at Frisch's, I've gotten root beer plenty of other places. It's been like my only pregnancy craving is root beer, that and cold water. Also a big fan of cold water lately. But every time I get a root beer from McDonald's specifically, it is just like bubblier, it's more effervescent, it's just like tastier, it's crisper, it's just better. It tastes like fresher. So I Googled it the other day. I was like, yo, what's the deal? Turns out McDonald's was grandfathered into the old way that they used to ship root beers and sodas, basically like the syrup that you use to make sodas. They're not shipped out in plastic containers like they are for every other restaurant now. They're shipped out in metal containers, and since they're in that metal, they retain all their flavor, they retain everything because the plastic isn't absorbing any of it. So the syrups themselves actually are shipped in a different container, and that is what gives McDonald's Cokes, root beers, sodas in general, a different flavor and a more effervescence to them. It's incredible. As well as McDonald's is always offering like $1 for any size soft drink ever. I don't utilize that because I would just feel bad about myself if I consume that much sugar. So I usually only get it when I'm getting a Happy Meal, and I'll get a root beer with my Happy Meal. But oh my God, McDonald's root beer, my life lately. So good, so good. I want to talk about a couple of YouTube channels that I have been highly favoring lately. There's like 3 that come to mind right off the bat. I've been very much into commentary YouTubers lately, like YouTubers who will just tell like an hour-long story about something, whether that be cults, MLMs, the beauty industry on YouTube itself, whatever it is. I'm obsessed with the commentary style of YouTube lately. I just can't consume enough of it fast enough. First, I'm gonna butcher this pronunciation, please forgive me. I'll have these linked down below as well. First is Rafestein, don't know, sorry, like I said. She is hilarious. She's an Australian YouTuber. She's adorable. She does her makeup and talks about a whole bunch of different controversies that happen on YouTube. I found her through Reddit, and I'm so glad I did because I'm obsessed with her channel. She's amazing. She's incredible. I would definitely check her out. Her videos are really long, which I personally love. Once again, that's a format I've really been gravitating to lately, is those longer style YouTube videos that I can just put on and chill out for like an hour. Love that. She's super nice. She is not like out of touch, you know, like she's not such a big YouTuber that she'll like ignore your comments. She reads all of her comments. She's there when her videos go live. I've been lucky enough to chat with her a little bit on there. What's up, girl? So definitely would recommend checking her out if that sounds interesting at all to you. I found it very interesting. If you're looking for somewhere to start with her, I would definitely recommend her series on the beauty YouTube space. What am I looking for? The YouTuber community. That's the word. There we go. Second channel I've been really into lately is Cruel World Happy Mind. This girl is just like so pretty. I think that's what instantly drew me to her, was I like looking at her face. I know, the halo effect in full form. But I really enjoy her content. She does a ton of expose videos on MLMs, which is something I'm always wildly fascinated about, is the Hunbot world, the MLM world, the multi-level marketing pyramid schemes that are out there and exist. She's talked about so many, like I think I've watched almost all of her videos at this point, but she's mentioned some I have never heard of in my life. So if you're into that kind of content, definitely check out her YouTube channel. And then another one that I am just madly obsessed with right now is Haley Elizabeth. Like I said, I'll have all these linked down below. She will also make really long-winded videos, anywhere from like an hour to like an hour and 20 minutes. Very exciting. Every time she uploads, I get excited. I like cannot wait to watch her videos when I see that she has posted new ones. She is adorable. She's amazing. She's very articulate. She's very well researched. She reminds me a ton of one of my girlfriends who like A, totally looks like her, and B, is also thirsty for knowledge. Like they both have that kind of thirst where they like need to know facts and will research things, and I love that. She's talked about a lot of unsolved murder cases, Mandela effect, conspiracy theories, cursed hotels, a lot of wide range of topics, but again, they're all that commentary, long-winded style, which I'm obsessed with. I love her channel. Hers is probably my favorite YouTube channel right now, honestly. I'm obsessed with her. Please go check her out if you're interested interested in that stuff. New music that I've been super into lately, obviously like every other basic bitch out there, I've been listening to Billie Eilish's new album a lot. And I've also just recently, more than the Billie album for sure, I like the Billie album, don't get me wrong, but it's not like, I don't know, I mean this with peace and love, but I feel like I'm getting over Billie Eilish a little. Like the cool girl facade has kind of been broken down for me, and I'm just like, you're just a person, you know, like you don't have to try so hard all the time. Sometimes I feel like she's trying a little too hard to fit that persona, you know, like I'd like to see kind of a softer edge from her at this stage in life, but that's just my personal take. I do appreciate her new album. I do think it kicks a lot of ass. There's a lot of songs I really do like on there, but for sure, more so than that, I've been listening to Lord's Solar Power, I think that's what it's called. My top 3 off of that album so far are Fallen Fruit, Secrets from a Girl Who's Seen It All, and Mood Ring. I love Mood Ring. Mood Ring is like my top right now. But those 3 songs specifically, I keep coming back to. I keep falling back in love with those. They're incredible. I love that whole album. I'm a big Lorde fan. I really love Lorde. I get a little timid when new artists that I like put out albums. I get a little afraid to listen to them for some reason. Unless it's Taylor Swift, obviously, then I'm like, here I am. Hello, welcome. In this era, I am ready. But other artists, I get a little afraid to listen to the new music because I'm like, ooh, what if I don't like it? Like, I want to still love you. I want to still be a fan. So I get afraid that I'm not going to. So I put off listening to their albums. But every time Lorde has put out a new album, I've listened to it wholeheartedly excited. And that's how I went into this album as well. And I've really, really enjoyed it. But another artist I really wanted to talk about who I just discovered, I've never heard anyone else talk about her. Spotify recommended her to me and I was like, ooh, yes. Sydney Gish. Maybe that's how you say it. Maybe it's not. I love Sydney Gish. Her lyrics are insanely hilarious and spot on and incredible and relatable, and just like, I love them. I love the vibes of her songs. She's so talented. Top songs that I'm loving from her lately is Presumably Dead Arm. Love Presumably Dead Arm. The lyrics on that song are 100. Love that one. Homecoming Surf and Imposter Syndrome. I'm obsessed with those 3 songs. They've definitely been on repeat for me. I'm going to go ahead and link down below my 2021 playlist, and it's just a compilation of different songs that I've been loving throughout the year. I make these playlists every single year. I've never really shared them before because they're kind of just for me. But if it sounds like we might have the same music taste, check it out. It'll be in the description box down below with everything else I've promised. But there's a lot of good music on there in my opinion. I mean, every song that I've put on there is songs that I really have liked, like discovered this year, that I'm just like, whoa, okay, this is incredible. Really quickly, I'm gonna throw in 3 pregnancy favorites. The first of which is bralettes from Romwe, or how I have lovingly titled them nap bras. Big fan of naps lately, so big fan of a nap bra lately because I don't have to take off my bra before I nap. I know it sounds like such a small, frivolous thing, but any extra step when I'm that tired is just that. It's an extra step. So I really enjoy having bras I can nap in. I did a whole video dedicated to my bralette try-on haul. Check that out. I'll link it down below. Heating pad. Heating pad has been pretty crucial in my pregnancy lately. I have an anterior placenta, which means my placenta is on the front of my stomach, not the back of my stomach. It is totally normal. It is a normal abnormality. So it's not, nothing's wrong. Everything's all good. But what that means is my baby puts more pressure on my back than others, as well as it's gonna take longer for other people to like feel my baby kicking because it's got that cushion of the placenta in front of them. Like, you know, like she's kicking, but she's kicking me in a placenta. Like, you can't feel it right now. She's still too little. But for that reason, I am experiencing a ton of back pain, as well as I've always dealt with back pain my whole life. Had chronic back pain for as long as I can remember. It's been pretty bad. Like, I've read journals of mine when I was like 14 years old and I'm like, my back hurts so bad. I've had back pain my whole life, but it's definitely starting to ramp up now more in pregnancy. So a heating pad has definitely saved my butt. It's been really, really helpful lately. I've been really enjoying having one of those. The other must-have thing that has been saving my butt once again is berry Tums. Tums in general, but I'm a berry person. I'm not a citrus person. Don't like citrus, but I do love berries. So berry Tums specifically are pretty much always on my person. I pretty much have to have 2 of them after every single meal. Otherwise, I have the most intense acid reflux of my life. I throw up in my mouth constantly. It's real cute. I feel real good about it. And it does severely help cut down on that. It doesn't take it away entirely, especially when I'm facing a really rough go at it. But for the most part, it helps so much. Cannot live without berry Tums lately. And I think that's where I'm gonna wrap it up because I think I've gone on long enough. I did have a couple of other things written down, but this video is just gonna be too long because I'm gonna keep on blathering on. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, let me know what music you've been into lately, or if you have any favorites off of the new Lorde album or the Billie album, let me know. I appreciate you all so much for watching and supporting my YouTube channel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means a lot to me. I hope you're all staying safe and sane, and I will see you all next week. Bye guys.